And Wall Street banks are increasingly bearish on the US dollar, forecasting further weakness over the next year. Morgan Stanley projects the US dollar index to decline about 9%, reaching levels last seen during the COVID-19 pandemic by mid-2025. This outlook is driven by expected Federal Reserve interest rate cuts, slowing US economic growth, and heightened trade tensions under President Trump's policies. JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs also anticipate continued dollar depreciation, citing risks from trade disputes and shifts in global investor sentiment. Recent data shows the US dollar weakening across major currencies in the group of 10. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index fell 0.6%, nearing its lowest point since 2023. And this comes amid reports that US factory activity contracted for a third straight month in May. Meanwhile, the British pound is approaching a 3-year high, boosted by low trade tension risks and attractive carry returns. Additional pressure on the dollar comes from potential US tax changes targeting foreign investors, which could discourage investment in American assets. Goldman Sachs models suggest that the dollar is about 15% overvalued and likely to weaken further as global portfolios reallocate. The 10-year US Treasury yield is expected to drop to 4% by year-end due to Fed rate cuts, adding to dollar headwinds. Investors are closely watching US labor market data and ongoing US-China trade negotiations for signals on future Federal Reserve policy and currency direction. With the US increasingly seen as source of uncertainty, the dollar's safe haven appeal is diminishing. For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Listen to this.
On Monday, U.S. markets closed with modest gains despite escalating U.S.-China trade tensions. Early losses from weak manufacturing data were offset by strength in major tech stocks. Investors weighed President Trump's announcement to double tariffs on steel and aluminum, prompting China to vow retaliation. Gold prices surged by 2%. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.